nigga 2-4 the GOAT, these other niggas basic.
In the world, we back at you again, man. Mighty boy the GOAT. We got my boy, my brother, the one and only Drop Top J Lock. And this is the Power Play Podcast, man. And this one, this a special one for me. You know what I'm saying? I got my brother J Lock in here. But not only do I got my brother J Lock in here, man, I got one of them ones in here, man. A lot of people call him Magalam. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people call him Hollywood Biggs, Hollywood Big Z. We just gonna keep it real short and simple for y'all and call him Hollywood. My big brother and one of the managers of one of the top artists in Florida right now, damn near the world. My other brother. We hollering at my brother Hollywood, man, the manager for CStunna, man. How you feeling today, fellas?
What's going on, player? I'm out here.
I feel that, man. We just cool and we just vibing, man. J-Lock, how you feeling?
Man, you know, highly blessed and highly favored, man. Can't complain, man. I'm here.
Yes.
I'm happy to be here with y'all boys tonight.
This definitely an episode to remember, man. I'm gonna try not to, you know what I'm saying, get a little emotional in here about this one, man. It's an honor and a pleasure to really be like in this environment, in this space to not only, you know what I'm saying, have Big Brother come and pop shit with us, but to actually get a chance to involve bro with this and interview bro and really like get into more about bro, because a lot of times we see, you know, Stunner, he doing his thing throughout Florida, man, stepping on niggas' necks, dog. We so proud of him, man. We so proud of what he accomplished, man. You know, and coming from a small city and him being one of the biggest artists, because there's only two, one of the biggest artists to come out of Fort Myers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I said it here. You feel me? But a lot of times you don't get to, you know, see behind the scenes and what really go on with that. So, you know, it's good to have you on here to really, you know, shed light on, you know, contribute to that too. You know what I'm saying? Questions for you, man, and let you know what I'm saying? You know, let the people know what's going on with you, my brother. How you feel about that? Now, I see you with the Lakers hat on too, man. You looking like you got a little pressure on your chest today. You know what I'm saying? You know, for the people who may be under a rock and don't know, talk to them, man. We're gonna start from the beginning, man. Let them know where you're from, my brother.
Man, I'm from Fort Myers, Florida, man. One of the best places in the world. It's hard to make it, but when you do, it's lovely. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. With that being, you know what I'm saying, half Haitian and half American, we want to definitely ask you, being mixed cultured, you know what I'm saying, what are some of the advantages and cultural disadvantages that you had growing up in Fort Myers?
For me personally, I had a lot of advantages because I got to see both sides of everything. And I grew up with my mom. You know what I'm saying? My mom was very tough, hardcore Haitian mom. You know, she didn't really play that. But then when I got a little older, I started hanging around with my dad a little bit more, and my dad brought that fly into me. You know, Haitians are more in tune with everything earthly. You know what I'm saying? We eat different, we talk different, we move different. On my American side, it's more flashy, high life, money. So you mix that and you made like a perfect mixture with me because, you know, I can adapt anywhere. I can go in my city, I can talk to anybody, go anywhere, and I get respected, you know, by both sides. Growing up, it wasn't easy, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, growing up, they used to call me Haitian John. I used to stay in the Oxford House on Central Avenue, you know what I'm saying? And, you know,
Shout out to the
everybody,
Oscar.
everybody got picked on. You know, everybody got their fair share. But for me personally, it was more just breaking that trend of, you know, like I was one of the first Haitian dudes going with black girls. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, at an early age, like when certain Haitian dudes wouldn't approach a black girl, I was talking to him because, you know, I learned that from my pops and I got to go on the other side of town, you know what I'm saying? And you know, play football with you know, in the backyard, not even just on the field with the Noel Divines and, you know, in the backyard and got to hang out with, you know, certain cats and on every, you know, John Walkers to, you know, Harlem. I know a little bit of everybody and everybody respect me. I never was the type of dude to run from nobody or you know be scared of anything, but at the same time, you know, I'm Haitian proud all the way, so I stand with my Zoes 10 toes down. But you know, I get love everywhere. I'm a peaceful dude. I ain't never been too much of a, you know, angry individual. Most, you know, people from my culture, they're angry, and I ain't really angry like that. I'm just kind of really laid back because, you know, as long as you don't really step in my bubble or step in my circle, we good. Did I have it hard? Yes. Did I get picked on? Yes. You know what I'm saying? Was it easy? Nah. But I'm the type of guy that I kept my eye on me. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't focused but what the next man was doing. I wasn't never focused what, this dude on this block was doing. I was just focused on making sure, I made it home, my sisters made it home, and just being the best me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people get that misconstrued, Haitians, blacks, all that. It's love everywhere, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of Haitian men with black baby mamas. I know a lot of, black Haitian girls with black, baby daddies. You know what I'm saying? So it's just
Most
a
definitely.
myth. For me, it's just a myth. Love is love. Love don't got no color. Love don't got no shape. Love is love, you know what I'm saying? Is it a boundary? Yes. Is it divided? Yes. Will it change? I think it's getting better. You know what I'm saying? But we got to look at it as getting better because most people don't look at it. Oh, it's getting, they still separate themselves. I don't separate myself. You know what I'm saying? Money's still green, money's still pink, money's still blue. You know what I'm saying? Them the only colors and cultures that I'm worrying about. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's all love on both ends.
Most definitely.
I can relate to that. As far as being in Miami, Florida, it was blacks, Jamaicans, Haitians. It was like nobody really, kind of rock with each other like that. As the years went on, as getting outside of Miami, coming in Fort Myers, that's when I started to see blacks and Haitians and different races come together. But being in Miami, it definitely was kind of segregated. So I definitely understand that. But I got close friends that are Haitians. Speaking of you, Mono Mac, you know. And I found out you boys was Haitian when I moved to Fort Myers, and I ain't really have a Haitian friend because it always been that stigma of we can't be friends with Haitians or we can't be friends with different race, but it definitely changed over the years, so I definitely agree with that. But let's get into this, man. A lot of people may not know you used to rap, you used to drop them bars on them, but
Still to this
being
day.
still to this day, man, being a rapper, man. Talk about the transition from being a rapper to now being a manager.
The thing about it was, I grew up a manager. If you really buckle it down, a manager was always in. You know what I'm saying? I was always rapping. Yes, I was good. But if you ask my brother, I more was a coach than just rapping. I'm the one who trying to make sure we get to the studio on time. Make sure, okay, bro, we gotta practice 3, 4 times. We sit and rap for hours. You know what I'm saying? When my brother didn't want to, and I try to stir up arguments just for us to rap. You know what I'm saying? Make sure his bars was right. Make sure my bars was right. Make sure everything was good between the both of us. Calling my dad, telling, hey man, make sure we got to go studio this time. Make sure my brother get to the house. You know what I'm saying? Because where we was at, my brother was on one side of town, I was on the other. So for him to get the studio, my dad had to come pick both of us up. And at the time, I just had the access to my dad where I was just getting him to get us to the studio. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the manager point of view, it just really fell into my lap just on my character. I'm a very, what I call, I'm a very bossy individual. You know what I'm saying? If you ever get to know me, I feel like I'm always like, I got an opinion and I want my opinion to be heard. And what with management, you want your opinion always to be heard. So when it came to CStunna, that's my little brother. And my whole thing was I didn't want him to be like everybody else. So I took it upon myself to manage him. I took it upon myself to say, man, I'm gonna teach you where I went wrong at. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna teach you what we need to go at and how we need to move correctly. We move correctly. We don't get in no trouble. We ain't robbing. We ain't stealing. We ain't killing. You ain't hearing about no violence coming from us. That's because management. That's not because, my brother rolled a little different because of management. You know what I'm saying? We stay, to ourselves. You got to read this book called The Millionaire Next Door. You know what I'm saying? Read that book, and it's a lot of things I get is from stuff like that. Just staying under the radar, making my money, moving slow. But management was always in me. If you ever see me in the studio, I'm never holding. I'm not greedy with my opinions, or I'm not greedy with my history or what I learned. A lot of people get in stuff and they don't want to teach nobody. They get in the studio and a rapper don't know what 16 bars is and they won't take nobody under their wing. I do it for free. So when my brother started rapping, you know what I'm saying? I told him, man, listen, it's the way you do this. You just can't go out there any kind of way. And that's what management started at. And right now I'm loving it. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I do know how to rap. Do I love it? Yes, yes. But management where my heart at.
I feel that.
And you definitely lead by example, and you definitely you know what I'm saying, we gotta commend you and give you your flowers on the job that you're doing, man, because a lot of times it goes, you know what I'm saying, unspoken, you know what I mean? So we definitely gonna give you your flowers on that, you know what I mean, early and often in this interview, man. But
Definitely.
in becoming a manager, did you have any doubts or fears on how to establish yourself in the industry?
Nah, because for rapping and management, it's kind of the same thing. I freestyle everything. I never like when I'm going to meetings and all this stuff. I don't know what they're gonna say to me, but I know I got an answer somewhere. Long as I can hear what you finna say to me, or I can see the situation, I kind of always pull off the deals. You know what I'm saying? So I never have fear because I got that ability to, freestyle. You know what I'm saying? I got that ability. I got that gift of gab. You know what I'm saying? So nah, I took it with open arms. I knew when my brother started rapping what it was. I knew what type of person he was. I knew where we was at in life. I knew our family, what we needed, how we needed to move. So I knew I was the man for the job, and I knew, wasn't nobody gonna do a better job than me.
Definitely. I understand that. So let's get into a little bit of this, bro. Having no guidance in this music industry, you guys pretty much learning this as you go, learning this on your own. How do you pick what deal is best for the artist? Like which deal or what show is best for the artist? How do you go by picking that?
The best deal is for the artist is no deal. The artist need to have everything on his plate and nothing on nobody else's plate. That's called independency. You gotta be independent. You know what I'm saying? That's the best deal. You stack your own money, you invest in your own self, you make your own chicken. It's just simple as that. There's no deal. I'll give you an example. Floyd Mayweather. You feel what I'm saying? Everything is Mayweather, 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 Mayweather. When Dolph came, he used distros to get ahead. Now everything is Dolph, Gotti, everybody, Jay-Z, everything is independency. You get rob Peter to pay Paul just for a time being, but you remember, keep your independency, keep your publishing, keep everything, keep your royalties, you know what I'm saying? If you go get a small distro deal just to boost up everything, cool. But the best deal is no deal. You know what I'm saying? Bet on yourself.
Most definitely.
Definitely.
That definitely words for you niggas out there, man. So always, man, always bet on yourself. Keep yourself, you know what I'm saying, ready to go at all times, man, because bro just laced y'all with that one. So from a manager's perspective, though, coming from a small musical market like the city, you know what I'm saying, Fort Myers, how difficult is it to obtain reliable resources and connections, for Stunna, for your artist?
It's not difficult at all. The thing is like you said, that word fear. Most managers and most people that have artists, they really care more about themselves than their artists. If you notice me, I stopped wearing so much jewelry. You know what I'm saying? I stopped wearing all the designer clothes. I started putting all my investments straight into my brother. You know what I'm saying? I just when you see me now, you see me in a CStunna shirt. I only care about the brand. Most managers and most people in that position, they care about themselves. If Stunner got $100,000 chain, even though I got $100,000, I don't need to match his swag. I need to stay in my place and focus on the business. That's why you never see Slim. You know what I'm saying? That's why you never see Coach K. You know what I'm saying? That's why you even got it. You see Gorilla everywhere. You don't see these guys. You know they got it. You know they doing their thing. But at the end of the day, you can't outbeat the artist, and that's where I think most managers failing at. You know what I'm saying? If you got a Rolex, leave it at home. You know what I'm saying? Let the artist get his shine on. You know what I'm saying? Teach them money management. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about that situation.
Speaking of brands, speaking of, business, talk about the balance of what the artists want and what's best for business.
The artist never right. Business always gonna win because that's what's gonna make you money. Most artists don't want to work. You know what I'm saying? Most artists want to look like somebody else. You know what I'm saying? But that person that made that artist look like a D-Lo or made that artist look like a Boston was a person that said, hey, listen, this how you move. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go to the business first. Them boys winning plaques now. I don't want no street credibility. I want plaques. When you see
Yeah.
this wall right here, it don't need to be a poster. It need to be a plaque. It need to be about business. Them artists ain't going to grab them plaques they sell. It's people pushing them numbers. It's people that's marketing. They have a team. They have lawyers. They have everything around them, and the only thing they have to do is focus on the rap. That's why I feel like in the future we definitely gonna see plaques because I'm focused more on the business. The artists, they just need to focus on being an artist. You know what I'm saying? They just need to focus on being an artist. Business overrule everything. You know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne, all he did was rap. You ain't never see Lil Wayne with a check in his hand. Never. You always seen Baby with a check. It's business. You know what I'm saying? It's business. All business ain't good, but it's right. You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
Understandable, man, and you definitely got to keep business first. So, I mean, switching gears a little bit, man. I know, CStunna is top priority. You know what I'm saying, and well deserved, man. He's one of the hottest artists in Florida, and looking to be one of the hottest in the world. But what are qualities that you would look for if another artist was inquiring for you to be their manager?
I think qualities I look for in the artist is far away from music. I look for charisma. I look for artists to be electrifying. I look for him to sell outside of music. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing about it is, I can make anybody a musician, bro. I can take your song. I can say, hey, I got this new artist. Let's put $30,000 behind it. He ain't even got to be good. He just got to know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, and we can push the button for him. You know what I'm saying? But as a manager, I look at other avenues than just being an artist. But if I look at the artist part about it, you got to be able to rap, man. You have to be able to rap because nowadays, man, I'm listening to a lot of this music, and I can't have you have a 16 bar where you kill 5 people that you never met before on a 16 bar. So if we was to boil it down to the music, you got to be able to, know what a 16 bar is, know what a bridge is, know what a verse is. You know what I'm saying? Be a studio junkie. Put out
Right.
real quality music. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think that that's a common thing in the industry right now, where people just ain't really putting a lot of their time and effort into the actual music side of things? Do you think people just kind of more or less long using social media to increase image to
Well,
sell their music?
well, I think it's this, man. I'm gonna say this, and a lot of people ain't gonna like what I got to say, but social media ruined everything. When the vines start hitting, and it was 6 seconds for a clip, everybody attention span small. No rappers even have a song over 1 minute and 30 seconds anymore. You know what I'm saying? You listen to a tape, it only got 9 songs on it. You know what I'm saying? And it's on repeat, repeat. It's a hook. It's 24 bars. Then it's an 8 bar segment. You know what I'm saying? So I think like right now the rap game lacks education. Like when back in the days when you used to listen to the voices, and I ain't talking about the old heads. I'm just talking about real quality street music. It don't matter who it come from. You know what I'm saying? But when it came, you heard a substance, you heard a story, you heard a plot, you heard a scheme. You know what I'm saying? With that, you heard rhythm. You know what I'm saying? With that, you maybe got a little dance to it. Now it's none of that. All it is a little dance, a little ass, some titties, some guns, some weed, and you the man. You know what I'm saying? You the man. Nobody really going through the struggle no more. Every rapper sound the same. Once the Cali wave come, everybody jump on that wave. Once the Chicago wave drill come, everybody jump on that wave. Once the Philly wave come, everybody jumping on waves instead of having their own wave right now. We got our own wave. I ain't saying we the best, but we really got our own. Florida in a whole got their own wave. You don't really see too many Florida artists stepping out of bounds and going to Europe and rapping with the Europeans and doing all this. We sticking to what we true. We're sticking to what we're true to. You know what I'm saying? So right now the industry it's in a place of money. That's always good. But when you're an actual artist, it ain't looking too good. Like when you're a real artist and you really got something you going through and you really in your car at night and you like, man, what I'm finna play? Man, I ain't gonna lie. There ain't a lot of music you can play. Right now, if you was to go inside your car and you was going to some and you want to listen to some raw wave, like who else you like everything else you finna play finna be old music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He the kind of really guy that
Yeah.
I see that's really giving you that pain, that you can relate to. You know what I'm saying? There's other people out there, but I think they real more of a jokester. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't have 16 bars on the same bar. You talking about how your mama was on drugs, but you also talking about how you killed 4 people. You know, it don't make no sense. You got to keep
And the
that
substance, you
topic.
lacking the substance.
You lacking the substance the whole way. You know what I'm saying? You can't have a 16 bar where you talking about how you was homeless, but you had 5 chicks last night. You know what I'm saying? You lacking substance, and the greatness of the game is diminishing, like really, like diminishing, really. And rappers ain't really working hard no more. I ain't gonna all the rappers now. It's some rappers that work. It's some rappers that I done been with that I seen have 300-400 songs in the chamber. That I seen have, like, if they was to give me their music and they was to say, here you go, I can put 10 albums together and all 10 of them albums would be platinum songs, but they trying to keep up with the time. So people will never get to hear the music. I was talking to an artist the other day from Fort Myers. You know what I'm saying? A great artist. I won't mention his name. You know what I'm saying? Me and him had a 2-hour conversation. And he said, bro, I got over 70, 80 songs in the chamber. And I was able to take a listen to some of them songs. I was like, bro, what you doing? It's management. You know what I'm saying? It's management. You know what I'm saying? So the rap game, the industry is in a good place. The rap game is not. The industry is you can make money. You can make in 6 months. You give me somebody that want to work, somebody that with a little swag and got their own little bag. In 6 months you gone. Cause I can walk you in the door and be like, hey, I got this dude. He's from Florida. Let's get him a couple cosigns. Let's get him this dude, couple pictures. Let's get him a few chicks around, Cuban link, and he's gone. That's it.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
That's it. But you
So
got but you got to have the right management to do that though. You can't. It's a lot of people out here right now with a whole bunch of money, and they can't blow. I'm gonna tell
yeah.
you why you can't blow. Look at me in this camera. You don't have the right people around you, sir. You don't. It's just what it is. Somebody got to open that door for you. You can have $1 billion and be a rapper, but you won't have that certain fame that you think you need to have because it's certain people. It's not gatekeepers, just certain people that can vouch for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
when you niggas out there and you niggas got a lot of money and you tired of niggas dancing these videos, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Come forward Hollywood, man. You know what I'm saying? Make your start real quick. Believe that.
So you said something that I kind of want to touch on. Pretty much you saying like rappers aren't working hard enough. Do you think social media? Do you think the evolution of what a music game at now, as far as the streams and all that, took away the hard work? As when back in the day, people was pushing their CDs, moving around in the streets, and actually grinding like that. Do you think that social media kind of messed that up?
Social media didn't mess it up. Social media, about 5 years ago, Kodak was in jail. Me and my brother had a conversation. Kodak was independent artist. I told my brother, I said, listen, Kodak don't have to sign. My brother said, Kodak gonna eventually sign. I said he maybe will, but if he's smart enough, he invests in this app called TikTok. Remember that, Mighty Boy? I
Yeah,
said if
most
he
definitely.
gets, I said he get he, and I said he get with TikTok and start getting with these little streams. That's when Snapchat was everybody was on Snap. I said and he did his own thing. He probably one of the more powerful men in the game. You know what I'm saying? Independent wise. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying? Social media can enhance him. Look at these streamers right now. These streamers right now using social media for everything. So social media is a plus. It's how people use it. What I think what happened was is people lack the education of 1 through 12. That means first grade to 12th grade. They drop out in ninth grade and want to become a rapper, and they don't learn literature, language arts, economics. They don't the what's gonna get you there. You know what I'm saying? Like one of my most favorite rappers is Plies. You ask me why he lasts so long. Education is why he lasts so long. I'm gonna tell you this: most of these old rappers that you seen that's blowing, that's still 20, 30 years, they actually finished school. Cameron, man went to college. You know what I'm saying? These guys they learn literature, they learn economics, you know what I'm saying, early on. Now the kids, they barely making it to 16. So how you gonna tell me to have substance and rap about something when the only thing I am is a carbon copy of the next nigga that just died? You know, I love King Von. I'm a great listener of Chicago music. I'm a music fan. But you know how many little King Vons around here? That just didn't go to ninth grade, eighth grade, and they gonna blame it. I ain't got no daddy. I ain't got no mama. It's not that. You gotta finish the job. The job is 1 through 12. I'm telling you this: if you're a rapper right now and you just do 1 year of college and you just start rapping, I guarantee your career will be different than if you was a rapper and you didn't graduate high school, or not even saying didn't graduate, but just dropped out of ninth grade and be like, whatever. There's only a certain few that's gonna get there, bro.
Yeah.
And then when they get them, they spend all their money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like education is everything.
Yo, thank y'all for tuning in to the Power Play Podcast on the Power Play channel. But please, 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 before y'all proceed, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe.
And make that bell ding. Ring
Ring that.
that bell.
My nigga 2 for the goat, these other niggas basic.